Hello, audience, and welcome back to Season 5 of Have You Seen It? As you can see, I am solo this season. My good friend Charles moved over the summer. So Charles isn't going to be with me when we tape like we used to, but he's going to do a couple of guest spots. So when he sees a movie that really moves him, he's going to give us his reviews in another format, and we'll just weave it on in. I hope you had a great summer, because I did. I did a lot of relaxing, resting, and watching movies that I've seen at least 25 times. There wasn't too much at the theater that I was dying to see, so I was kind of watching a lot of Netflix and Turner Movie Classics. So I just wanted to share with you some of the movies that I watched over and over and over again this summer. Number one, Rocky 1 through 4, multiple times this summer. Titanic, multiple times. And Shawshank Redemption. I watched that one so much you would have thought that it was a series on television. So that's how I spent my movie summer. So without further ado, I am going to jump right into this and tell you what I am reviewing this evening. I am reviewing the blockbuster movie starring the incomparable Viola Davis, The Woman King. I went to see it over the weekend. Wow, just wow. The build up to the movie was fantastic. I watched a lot of interviews with Viola Davis and some of the cast members, and it lived up to the promotion. This movie stars, like I said, Viola Davis as Naniska, and John Boyega as King Gezo, and Lashana Lynch, Sheila Atim, and Tuso Ambito round out the major characters in this movie. So basically this movie is about the kingdom of Dahomey, which was in West Africa, and you might want to do a little history on Dahomey. But the Agoji warriors were an all-female warrior, I'll say, military ensemble that was skilled to the hilt, and they protected Dahomey because Dahomey was part of the Atlantic slave trade. So I'm going to leave that part there because I don't want to get too deep into it in terms of the historical aspects, but you can Google Dahomey and how it participated in the Atlantic slave trade. The fight scenes in the movie, Naniska, which was Viola Davis's character, she was the general of the Agoji tribe. So her main role was to basically get the next recruits, if you will, ready for battle, because in protecting Dahomey, they had to work with military precision, basically. In that kingdom, they had their own camp base, if you will, where they trained. The fight scenes and the choreography were fantastic. It's a bloody movie. Wasn't particularly gory, but it was bloody. And when they kill people, they kill people. And they were using knives and machetes and swords and all types of things. And it was full of action, self-discovery, because the main characters all had a story of their own to tell, if you will. So they were on a mission of not only training to be a part of this elite combat unit, But they also had their own baggage that they brought with them, and they had to work through that as they became a team, as they worked together to, work towards a common goal, if you will. Personal triumph. It was inspiring. If you want to see a movie full of African Americans, women, men looking fabulous, beautiful cinematography, I thought. I'm not, I don't edit movies. I don't look at them that deeply, but I thought the cinematography was pretty good. I think there might be some Oscar buzz with this movie on some level. But basically, that's my review. I think it is well worth the visit to the theater to see it. It's rated PG-13. If you're tweeners, if you will, if you want to take your children to see it to kind of get a little history lesson, just know that there's a lot of blood in these fight scenes. So if you think your children can handle it, great. If you don't think they're ready for it, maybe let them pass. You go see it, and then you just talk about it later. So that is my review, The Woman King, starring Viola Davis. I'm going to jump right into my Nailed It. And for those of you who are new to our show, you're watching us for the first time, Nailed It is a segment of our show where Charles and I we choose a movie or a character from a movie, an actor, an actress. It could be the sound effects, the soundtrack, something really special about that movie that just really nails it and really knocks it out of the park for viewers as well as us. So that's what Nailed It is all about. So my Nailed It for this first episode of our new season is the score from one of my movies that I watch all the time, Shawshank Redemption. It's my Nailed It because even though I've seen the movie many, many times, this one particular night that I was watching it, I really honed in on the score. And listening to the music and how it identified with the character and what they were going through at that particular point in the movie, I really, really was drawn in, and I really felt it. And so that's my Nailed It, the score from Shawshank Redemption. So with that being said, folks, you can listen and hear us on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and click that like button. And we are available on every podcast platform in the universe. Just type in, have you seen it with Charles and Denise? And there we will be. And if you are a Spotify fan, you can not only see us, but you can hear us as well. So that is our first show for this season. I hope you return. I hope you are a regular to our show. And without further ado, I'm going to sign off and say bye-bye. See you next time.